few minutes to get back in the saddle. All right. I'd like to, I'm going to call to order the County Council regular meeting for Tuesday, February the 24th, 2015. Clerk, would you please call the roll?
Calling the roll, Ms. Simon. Mr. Greenspan. Here. Mr. Miller.
Here.
Mr. Gervana.
Here.
Mr. Gallagher.
Here.
Mr. Schron.
Here.
Ms. Conwell. Ms. Conwell is absent. Mr. Jones.
Here.
Ms. Brown.
Here.
Mr. Hairston.
Here.
And President Brady.
Here.
There is a quorum.
And could we have a motion to excuse Councilwoman Conwell?
I so move.
A second. Ms. Conwell excused. All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed. Councilwoman is some problems with her furnace, I understand. Now we'll have the Pledge of Allegiance. We have the flag in a new position, I noticed.
Yeah, that's great.
Pledge allegiance.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right. We'll have a silent meditation. Today we're just going to concentrate on our own concerns. I know I have things in my mind. I'm sure everybody else does too. All right. Any public comment related to the agenda?
Mr. President, there is none.
All right. I'd like to approve the minutes of the minutes of February the 10th, 2015 Committee of the Whole on page 8 and February the 10th, 2015, the regular meeting on page 11th. Have a motion to approve. Been moved by Councilman Harrison, and I'll second it. It's been moved and seconded. Any discussion? All those in favor of approving the minutes say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the minutes are approved. I have no announcements from the council president. Are there any announcements from the county executive?
Yes, thank you. Last week, the Mid-American Conference announced that Cleveland will host the MAC men's and women's basketball tournament through 2023, which is big news for us. It gives us a great opportunity to show the country why top publications continue to pick Cleveland as a top travel destination. The MAC tournament, by the way, contributes somewhere around $14 million annually to our local economy. I also want to applaud Destination Cleveland and the Greater Cleveland Sports Commission for their hard work in building the relationship that with the MAC that continued to secure this extension. I look forward to working with council to attract even more significant events like the MAC tournament to bring more money into our local economy. I also wanted to mention that this morning, Mayor Jackson and I helped kick off the annual Harvest for Hunger campaign with the Greater Cleveland Food Bank. The campaign is significant for families throughout Northeast Ohio. Sometimes people don't understand that hunger is a problem not only in the urban core but throughout our region. There are actually busy hunger centers in Westlake, in Bay Village, in Mayfield, and in Cleveland Heights. The need to address hunger exists across the county in every community. 1 in 6 people throughout Ohio and 1 in 4 children are food insecure, meaning that they don't always know where their next meal is going to come from. And this is certainly the case in Cuyahoga County. In my prior life before politics, I worked extensively with senior citizens and their families, and I can tell you firsthand that there are a lot of senior citizens on fixed incomes that are making terribly difficult decisions between food and paying rent or food and heat, and those are the kinds of decisions that nobody should have to make. And this morning, Mayor Jackson issued a fundraising challenge to all of us and our employees here in the county for the Harvest for Hunger campaign, so I'm sure we'll show up well. And finally, I just want to remind everybody that tomorrow the new Heinen's store opens up, grand opening right next door in the historic Ameritrust complex. And I certainly want to thank and congratulate Tom and Jeff Heinen, the co-presidents of Heinen's, for this first downtown grocery store, and also the Geist companies for really revitalizing this once dormant corner of downtown Cleveland. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Legislation introduced by council, consideration of a resolution of council for first reading and adoption under suspension of rules. Do I have a motion to suspend the rules?
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Motion has been made and seconded to suspend the rules. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Any nays? The rules have been suspended. Clerk, would you please read the item?
Resolution number 2015-0036, a resolution authorizing submission of a collaborative application for funding under the Local Government Innovation Fund program available through Ohio Development Services Agency in partnership with Cleveland State University's Center for Leadership Development and the Northeast Ohio City Council Association for a feasibility study and design of a Cuyahoga County Public Officials Training Program promoting professional education of local elected and appointed officials in Cuyahoga County and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Thank you, Mr. President.
We need a motion to approve.
Motion to adopt.
Has been approved and adopted. Move to discussion.
Mr. President. This resolution is a requirement for our application for an LGIF grant. Let me explain what's going on. We've talked for years, and we've actually had on the newly elected official training program that we've talked about with Cleveland State, with our partner Cleveland State. Back in 2013, we did a pilot program. Back in 2014, we actually launched the program with about 70%, I'm looking to Cleo, about 70% of the elected municipal officials in 2013 attended the 2014 session. And with Cleveland State, the belief is now that we're ready to take this program further. As in business, you plan a model, you develop the model, and now we're ready to scale the model. We're applying for a $50,000 LGIF grant as part of the application process. Our partner letters are resolutions. We did receive a letter today from Cleveland State supporting this program. The City Council Association of Northeast Ohio is our partner as well. They have voted to support this, and we're waiting their letter for application, which is due March 7th. Once we receive, assuming we're successful and we receive this $50,000, Cleveland State will then develop a fully functioning newly elected official training program, which will hopefully develop into an institute whereby municipally elected officials in the county can continue to receive training on being an elected official in the various disciplines, whether it's finance, public works, parks and rec, the various issues and challenges that they face every day. The intent is obviously to provide educational assistance to these municipal elected officials. The intent, to Mr. Schron's point, is to also expand it to school boards to provide training for them, because a lot of the training is crossover. Part of the discussion with Cleveland State is should a municipally elected official or participant complete a number of programs in the course. There's a defined curriculum. They'll actually receive college credit towards an undergraduate or postgraduate degree at Cleveland State. So we've done some work. We're ready to take it to the next level and present this, and then come back at a future date, hopefully go to the state for funding to expand the program. As we remember, both the Cleveland Foundation and Greater Cleveland Partnership have been our funding partners for the first two programs, and we appreciate their support. But we're ready through Cleveland State to take this program to the next level.
Thank you, Councilman Simon.
Just a quick question. So is this going to enhance the Leadership Academy? Are you, no?
This is with the Department of Experiential Learning.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking to Mr. Seren. Khalil's been carrying the water on this.
Okay.
So it's separate from that, and the expectation is there'll be a core curriculum that newly elected officials will take, and then there'll be a base of core curriculum that they'll continue to take in various disciplines.
Mr. Khalil, Councilman Khalil. Mr. Saran, do you have anything to add to this?
Sure, I just wanted to clarify for the councilwoman. The Leadership Academy is a subsection of CSU's Center for Experiential Learning. So it will provide additional training. The Leadership Academy, I believe they have a Public Management Academy as well. And this is more specifically, but not exclusively tailored to municipal legislative bodies.
All right, thank you so much, and congratulations. All those in favor say aye. Aye. Ayes have it. Resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions of council for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2015-0037, a resolution approving the reappointment of Thomas L. Kolaluka to serve on the Cuyahoga County Personnel Review Commission for the term March 8, 2015 through March 7, 2021, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
And we'll refer to this to Human Resources Appointments in the Equity Committee.
Resolution number 2015-0038, a resolution supporting the application of the Chesler Group Incorporated to Ohio Development Services Agency for Ohio Historic Preservation Tax Credits for restoration of Stagger Beckwith Mansion located at 3813 Euclid Avenue, Cleveland, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
And this will be sent to the new Community Development Committee. Consideration of ordinance of council for first reading and referral to committee.
Ordinance number 2015-0006, an ordinance enacting the Board of Control Consolidation Act and declaring the necessity that this ordinance become immediately effective.
So we'll go to Public Works.
Ordinance number 2015-0007, an ordinance amending section 208.01 of the Cuyahoga County Code to reduce from 15 to 9 the number of members serving on the Citizens Advisory Council on Equity.
Let's go to HR Appointments and Equity Committee.
Additionally, Councilman Miller asked to be a sponsor on this legislation.
All righty. Committee report and consideration of an ordinance of council for second reading.
Ordinance number 2015-0002, an ordinance amending section 206.06 of the Cuyahoga County Code to update the operating rules of the Charter Review Commission.
And this will move to the March 10th agenda for consideration for third reading adoption. Legislation introduced by the executive, consideration of a resolution for first reading adoption under suspension of the rules.
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
Mr. Councilman Gallagher and Councilman Germain have moved and seconded the suspension of the rules. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, the rules are suspended.
Resolution number 2015-0039, a resolution amending the 2014-2015 biennial operating budget for 2015 by providing for additional fiscal appropriations from the general fund and other funding sources, for appropriation transfers between budget accounts, and for cash transfers between budgetary funds in order to meet the budgetary needs of various county departments, offices, and agencies, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Have a motion?
Motion to adopt.
Second.
Motion has been adopted and seconded. Discussion?
Mr. Chair,
Yes, sir.
as I committed to do, I have submitted, and I hope my colleagues all have my questions that were submitted to the administration. I just draw attention to item 8, in which the note was that we were waiting for a response from Human Resources. We did receive the explanation, and I'm satisfied with the results of that. Additionally, the last page is a summary of the use of reserves. With no exception, I recommend adoption.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Resolution is adopted. Consideration of resolutions for first reading and referral to committee.
Resolution number 2015-0040, a resolution confirming the county executive's appointment of George J. Taylor upon his taking the oath of office as Director of Public Safety and Justice Services, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
This will be referred to the Committee of the Whole. We'll be holding a confirmation hearing on the 10th of March at 2 p.m.
Resolution number 2015-0041, a resolution authorizing a contract with Manatron Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $1,016,573 for annual maintenance and support services for the Manatron Visual Property Tax System and Sigma Gamma software system for the period January 1, 2015 through December 31, 2016, authorizing the county executive to execute the contract and all other documents consistent with this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
This will be referred to Finance and Budgeting.
Resolution number 2015-0042, a resolution making an award on requisition number 27440 to MCPC Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $579,571.20 for wide area network monitoring services for the period February 1, 2015 through January 31, 2020, authorizing the county executive to execute the contract and all other documents consistent with said award and this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
This will also be referred to Finance.
Resolution number 2015-0043, a resolution authorizing an amendment to contract number CE 1300-098 with MHS Incorporated for emergency shelter services for homeless women and families at the Norma Hare Women's Center located at 2227 Payne Avenue, Cleveland, for the period January 1, 2013 through December 31, 2015, for additional funds in the amount not to exceed $1,119,034, authorizing the county executive to execute the amendment and all other documents consistent with this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
This will be referred to Health and Human Services. Committee reports and consideration of resolutions for second reading adoption under suspension of the rules.
Mr. President, I move to suspend the rules.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded to suspend the rules. Any discussion? All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the rules are suspended.
Resolution number 2015-0021, a resolution confirming the county executive's appointment of Nayla K. Byrd upon her taking the oath of office as Clerk of Courts of Cuyahoga County, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
All right, I'll move to approve this resolution. Is there a second? Second. Moved and seconded. We've all known the Nyla Byrd for 4 years now, and we had our hearing a couple of weeks ago, and I think we're prepared to move forward and look forward to working with you as clerk, our new clerk of courts. I believe we're going to have a swearing-in ceremony here, but first we're going to have a voice vote. All those in favor, aye. Aye. All those opposed? Resolution is adopted. Congratulations, Nyla. Want to come forward?
May I say a few words, Mr.
Of course.
President? I want to add my congratulations to Nayla Byrd and to the council for their approval and my appreciation for that. I'm proud that Nayla is joining my team and is becoming our first, I must say, African-American clerk of courts, but she was not selected. For that reason, she was selected because she is extremely talented and extremely competent and capable, and will do a great job in this position. Her background is tremendous. She's worked as a federal prosecutor in the U.S. Attorney's Office. She's worked at a major law firm. She's served as counsel to a major bank. She's served very well, I think everybody would agree, as our first Inspector General here in the county. So I won't go on and on. She's got great background, but she will be a great clerk of courts. And again, I want to thank council for their approval of this nomination. And might I invite your family to come forward and join you here, if you want to come on up?
Thank you, sure. This is my family I told you all about during my hearings.
Hi, good to see you. All right, I'm going to administer the oath here, so please repeat after me. I, and state your name,
I, Nayla Byrd,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support. I'm going to start again here. I blew this. Please raise your right hand. Thank you. Start again. I state your name.
I, Naila Bird,
Do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support, uphold, and defend
that I will support, uphold, and defend
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the United States,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
the Constitution of the State of Ohio,
and the Charter and laws
and the Charter and laws
of the County of Cuyahoga, Ohio.
of the County of Cuyahoga, Ohio,
That I will faithfully,
that I will faithfully,
honestly,
honestly,
diligently,
diligently,
and impartially
and impartially
perform and discharge
perform and discharge
all of the powers and duties
all of the powers and duties
incumbent upon me
incumbent upon me
as Clerk of Courts
as Clerk of Courts
in and for the County of Cuyahoga,
in and for the County of Cuyahoga,
State of Ohio,
State of Ohio,
according to the best of my ability
according to the best of my ability
and understanding,
and understanding,
so help me God.
so help me God.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Sure.
Yeah, 4 of them, that's right. Jump in the back.
All right, congratulations. Sure. Clerk, would you please read the next item?
Resolution number 2015-0031, a resolution making an award on requisition number 32491 to Reliastar Life Insurance Company, doing business as Voya Financial Incorporated, in the amount not to exceed $2,485,909 for stop-loss insurance services for county employees and their eligible dependents for the period January 1, 2015 through December 31, 2015, authorizing the county executive to execute the contract and all other documents consistent with said award and this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Move to adopt.
We have a motion and a second to adopt. Discussion?
Mr. President, this resolution provides stop-loss insurance on behalf of the county for county employees. We typically see this contract every year, and it covers the county for catastrophic medical and prescription drug claims over $300,000. There's a slight increase in this year's contract from the previous years, as we have over 400 new employees due to the additional cities and entities participating in the county's regionalized health benefits program. New cities include Cleveland Heights, South Euclid, and Rita. The new cities cover the costs for their employees. I would ask for passage.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2015-0032, a resolution making an award on requisition number 32408 to Josh and Paper and Packaging Company in the amount not to exceed $1,435,000 for furnishing and delivery of reprographic paper for various county departments for the period March 1, 2015 through February 28, 2018, authorizing the county executive to execute the contract and all other documents consistent with said award and this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Have a motion?
Move to adopt.
Been moved by Councilman Germain and second by Councilman Miller. Discussion?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This was heard in Public Works last week. Joshua is the incumbent party that has delivered paper to the county. They are the lowest and best bid. And checking with Jim Sebas, who is in charge of the copying and printing and so forth, he gives them an excellent recommendation. Also, to the fact it wasn't said exactly in committee, but the last 2 times where they had the opportunity to raise their price because of the increase of price, they passed on increasing that price. So we're recommending that they get approved.
All those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed? Resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2015-0033, a resolution making an additional Cuyahoga County 911 Consolidation Shared Services Fund award to City of Bedford Heights on behalf of Southeast Council of Governments in the amount not to exceed $393,447 for public safety answering point consolidation support, authorizing an amendment to agreement number AG 1300-195 with City of Bedford Heights for the period November 1, 2013 through December 31, 2014, to extend the time period to December 31, 2015, and for additional funds in the amount not to exceed said award, authorizing the county executive to execute the amendment and all other documents consistent with said award and this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Motion has been moved and seconded by Councilman Gallagher and Councilman Germana. Discussion?
Mr. President, this item and the next resolution has been something the county has been working on over the last couple of years with the goal of reducing the number of PSAPs throughout the county. The next two resolutions are completely funded by the 911 service fee that we all see on our cell phone bills. The cities in the Southeast Council of Governments include Bedford, Bedford Heights, Maple Heights, and Garfield Heights. We are reducing by 3 the number of PSAPs in this consolidation. The $393,000 will be used for construction build-out, a backup generator, and mobile radios. I ask for passage.
All right, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2015-0034, a resolution making a Cuyahoga County 911 Consolidation Shared Services Fund award to City of Parma on behalf of Parma Emergency Regional Dispatch Center in the amount not to exceed $971,911 for public safety answering point consolidation support for the period February 1, 2015 through January 31, 2016, authorizing the county executive to execute the agreement and all other documents consistent with said award and this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Move to adopt.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Do we have any further comments on the legislation?
Mr. President, also, this award is also funded by the 911 service fee, which again is on our cell phone bills. The cities of Parma Emergency Regional Dispatch Center include Brooklyn, Parma, and Parma Heights. We are reducing 2 PSAPs by this consolidation. The $971,000 will be used for construction, build-out, and technology to outfit the center. I asked for passage, and I've also noticed that we have some Parma guests here. I don't know if they had anything to say. Mr. Germano?
Anna has indicated he has comments.
Mr. Chairman, we do have with us our Safety Director, Greg Bepler, our Chief of Police of Parma, Robert Miller, and Shelley Cullen, who is our Economic Development Officer. This is going to be going into a former elementary school on Ridge Road that was converted into the Parma Ridge Road Library for at least 20 years. And of course, we've got 2 new libraries in Parma. So this is going to make good use of this elementary school, library, and now it'll be its offices for our recreation department in Parma. We've got Congressman Renese's office there, and we'll have the dispatch center.
All right, thank you. Any comments from anyone? If none, all those in favor say aye. Aye. All those opposed, the resolution is adopted.
Resolution number 2015-0035, a resolution authorizing an agreement with Cuyahoga County Prosecutor's Office in the amount not to exceed $2,348,203 for legal services for the period January 1, 2015 through December 31, 2015, authorizing the county executive to execute the agreement and all other documents consistent with this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Move to adopt.
Motion has been moved by Councilman Jones and seconded by Councilman Schron. Is there any discussion?
Mr. Chairman, this agreement is a not to exceed agreement for the year of 2015. The county prosecutor is the sole provider of all legal services representing the Department of Children and Family Services. This is regarding the best interests of the children who may be at risk of abuse and neglect. And it's funded 100% by Health and Human Service dollars. And I ask for my colleagues' support.
Okay, Councilwoman Simon.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just have one quick question about the not to exceed amount. How is that, if you know, in relation to 2014? And if you don't know, somebody can give me that later.
All right. Mr. Warner, good to see you. Congratulations on your new career assignment.
Mr. Chairman, to Councilwoman Simon, the amount of this year's contract is the same amount as the 2014 amount. It is negotiated every fall between the prosecutor's office and the Division of Children and Family Services. And it's included in the budget for the prosecutor's office for the coming year. And this allows us to pull down, as Chairman Jones said, it allows us to pull down both local funding and federal and state funding to help pay for it.
All right, thank you. All those in favor, say aye. All those opposed, resolution is adopted. Consideration of a resolution for third reading adoption.
Resolution number 2015-0023, a resolution making an award on requisition number 32046 to Johnson Controls Incorporated in the amount not to exceed $1,103,352 for preventative maintenance services for Medicis and heating, ventilation, and air conditioning systems at the Justice Center complex, including jails 1 and 2 and the Juvenile Justice Center, for the period April 1, 2015 through March 31, 2018. Authorizing the county executive to execute the contract and all other documents consistent with said award and this resolution, and declaring the necessity that this resolution become immediately effective.
Move to adopt.
Second.
Moved and seconded by Councilman Miller and Councilman Germana.
Mr. Chairman.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman and my colleagues, I chaired the Public Works Committee meeting when this item was heard, and this is a 3-year contract with Johnson Controls not to exceed $1,103,000 for HVAC and other building maintenance services for the Justice Center complex and the Juvenile Justice Center. Medicis, which is referred to in this legislation, is the Johnson Controls automated system for building management. We have used Johnson Control for these services for several years, but the list of buildings included is somewhat different from the previous contract. This contract was put out to bid, but the services are very specialized, and Johnson Controls was the only bidder. I ask for approval.
Any discussion? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, resolution is adopted. Miscellaneous committee reports. We'll start over here on the far right.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Mr. President, always makes me chuckle. Finance and Budgeting will meet on March 16th to discuss the items referred to committee.
Okay, thank you. Anybody coming up the line here? All right.
Mr. Chairman. Public Works will be meeting next Wednesday at 10 o'clock to take care of the thing that was referred to committee.
Health and Human Services will meet 8 days from today, Wednesday at 1 p.m. That's March 4th, to deal with the items referred today.
To your far left? Yes. I'm looking to have a meeting for education on March 11th at 11. I think we've established that time, and we're going to review the kindergarten college savings account, see how we're doing with that, and College Now probably will come in to talk about what's going on with them. Okay.
Councilwoman Simon. On Tuesday, March the 10th, we'll have another committee of the whole and confirmation hearing at 2 o'clock, and the regular meeting will be Tuesday, March 10th at 5 p.m. Any miscellaneous business? Hearing none. Any public comment unrelated to the agenda?
No, Mr. President.
A motion to adjourn? Moved and seconded. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
This meeting is adjourned.